Welcome back to the Ultimate Trader Workshop. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at healthcare and the insurance space as it pertains to some of the largest companies and how they might be impacted if there's no extension of the Affordable Care Act's tax credits, which is taxpayer funded money that has turned these companies into literal giants. Now, I'm showing you the list of the top 10 biggest. I'm not going to go break them down because if I did and I charted them all out, we'll be here a long time. But I will tell you, and I am going to show you a couple of them. I've pulled out the top two, and we'll look at those, and you'll notice that in terms of how they have moved through time, they're basically identical. And I've went down the whole entire top 10 list, and they're pretty much all identical. And unfortunately, they are all going to suffer the same fate if there is no extension of the Affordable Care Act credits. So with that being said, let's take a look. I don't want to do too much reading, but you see the top dog here, Centene. I'm also looking at the angle in which they might be impacted, or like where they pretty much stand in the middle of this. The angle for Centene is they are pure ACH exposure. That's what they rely on. They are a provider that takes that. They want that, okay? And obviously getting a whole lot of tax credits from the taxpayers and from the federal government via the way that Obamacare was structured. So, okay, so that's Centene. We're going to take a look at them. And the next guy we're going to take a look at is Molina Healthcare, ticker symbol MOH. Okay, high risk cost exposures. Okay, just really just raking in the money. And if that money is not there anymore, it's going to be a problem for them. So that being said, let's head on over to the charts. This part's not going to take us that long. It's going to be a pretty short video, but this is just something that we want to keep our eyes on going forward. Okay, unfortunately, we have to continue to watch things like that. Many things like this can impact us in a number of ways. Okay, starting with Centene as we started with. Okay, so let's just look at how it started moving. So here's 2008. Okay, here's the signing in of Obamacare, or did Obamacare come in his second term? I don't remember, but somewhere along those lines. Either way it goes, here's the wealth that was created. Okay, you can see this very strong climb. Okay, and if we talk about how much and talk about the amounts there, that's the small range. That's the $1, $2, and $3 range, firing all the way up to its climax August 2002 to almost $100 a share for this company. So from $1 basically to $100 until they start their decline. Now, their decline did not just start now. We'll talk about the big kicker in it. You know, we'll bring that in here. But their decline started in August of 2002. That was pretty much the end of the wrap. And this has been falling basically for the last 3 years. You know, a little bit of a correction here. A little bit of a correction. What is this? 8 of 23, but pretty much after that, it's just been a free fall, a drop off. Okay, so let's talk about like the big dog in this. Okay, and that's what you see me having plotted out right here. The big white engulfing candle. That's July 2025. Remember, I said most of those 10 companies all have this signal in it. It's kind of like a death blow. It's like a death symbol. Okay, I gotta say it. I gotta keep it like that. They all have this. And let's talk about it. What that represented is, okay, the big, beautiful bill passing. Okay, July 4th, I think it was. He tried to get it in before the Trump administration tried to get that in before the 4th of July, or on the 4th of July. That's when you see this right here. That's the big signal that said, okay, we are in trouble. Since the Affordable Care Act tax credit extension was not in the big, beautiful bill, they knew that they were in trouble, and it caused a complete collapse. So structurally, you can see it broke the trend that they had. It broke and closed beyond it. There might be a little bit of a correction. We don't know what's going to happen. There's still some things pending that are going to take place. I think in January, they're going to vote on it again. In my opinion, I don't think that that's the way that at least this administration is going to go, is to continue to dump trillions and trillions of dollars into these companies. Something doesn't seem right with it when we just take a step back. Of course, healthcare is very important. It'd be an amazing thing if everyone had affordable healthcare, but what happened with Obamacare and the Affordable Care Act, that just did not provide a solution for that need. Okay, I think that's pretty much self-explanatory. So what I would expect is consolidated sideways movement. I don't expect it to continue to fall. The next time that we should see some very, very strong price action should be after the next vote. So we can look for this to continue to basically consolidate inside of a zone here, bounce up and down here, and inside of a little range with no other change to it. Okay, so wanted to break that down, that big engulfing candle, that violation, complete violation of the previous structure. Remember, this is all based off structure, is the telling story in this. And we have the fundamental. We know why that's there. It's there because there was no tax credits. There was no extension of the Affordable Care Act tax credit in the big, beautiful bill in July. And that is represented on the chart. Okay, let's look at the second guy on the list. Remember, I told you this stuff is going to look very similar. So this is Molina Healthcare. Okay, it's got the same thing, that big Davis. Notice it's the biggest candle in the chart. Okay, in its history, it's the biggest, meaning it's the most decisive event in this company's history. Was right there, July 1st, 2025, with those tax credits no longer being a part of how this company will make money. That was almost free money for a company that, again, if I go back down to the beginning stages, 2008, 2009, beginning of the Obama era, and of course this is, very, very cheap stock, $10. There's probably times where it was lower opening. Okay, probably had an IPO at around $10 or $11. But anyway, look how big this company got, from $10 to $425 a share. Tremendous growth. And this was all off of the business model that they were using, the profit model that they were using. You basically had free money. Now imagine if that's going away, it's going to take you back to something normal, to what it should normally look like. So, excuse me, you see that I've started to bring in a couple of fibs from the low area that I talked about to the high, to the peak in March of 2024. You already got a 618 retracement. And if you were to really start digging in, it's a little bit lower. So probably about 64, 65% already taken back. You could look at areas down here that are almost giving away 78% of that back in market value, 78%, and possibly 88%, meaning all the value coming back. And then just keeping this right here, no telling what's going to happen after that. This is all hypothetical, of course. This is just a talking point for us, just something that we can keep our eye on. But this could send this back into a normal trading range, somewhere between $30 and $60. So just wanted to take the time and put that on our radar, something else for us to keep track of, because politically, fundamentally, and technically, that space is going to be impacted highly as we go into 2026. And if there is no extension of that, and if there's no way for those companies to continue to be funded by federal tax dollars, it's going to be a very, very, very huge and dynamic change in the projection of these companies, the profitability of these companies, and just how much they work and how much they're worth on the stock market, and what they look like in the aftermath of an event like that. So that being said, I should have asked that you guys hit the like button before I even got started with a nice juicy video like that. We got a chance to finally keep it simple and not go harmonic crazy. We didn't really give a chance to do lessons, but sometimes we got to take a break from that, because there's so many other things going on. But if you do want to continue on and continue to learn more about all the different things that we teach here, all the things pertaining to advanced pattern recognition or structural analysis, you know where to go. Head on over to the Harmonic Trading Academy playlist. There's a couple of other playlists over there too. There's the advanced playlist, which is Turning Point. There's the Ultimate Trader Workshop, and there might be something else over there. All free on the house, no gimmicks, no gurus, no Lamborghinis. We're not trading on a yacht tomorrow. We're not going to get rich overnight. We're going to get rich because we're learning how to do things the right way here at the Harmonic Trading Academy. So you guys be good. Take care of yourself. And I'll see you in the next video.